a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Auburn will kick off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go on the attack first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
To the ground with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Tigers offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah. Most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off the spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Might be calling a hot route. Pulls it in. It's Simmons. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Tigers are marching down the field. Gonna look downfield again. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the mistiming.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Auburn! A great catch and run for 6. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's reeled in. It's Lee. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Handoff from the shotgun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Off the play fake. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense, but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to let it fly. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on the same page.
He's going to run it. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Robinson. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Might be changing the route. That's caught. It's Coleman. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of games all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He makes a grab. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Gets it out quickly. And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers! Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to pay.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's taking the shot. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. The Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll do it himself. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Back to pass, it's Simmons. They're working that left side. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first 2 drives, and they're back to work now. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Throws to the wideout. He caught it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Auburn!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Give to the back. Breaks the tackle. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Snagged in the middle. It's Sauer. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. The give to the tailback. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. The Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buys a little time with his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Got him looking run, he wants to throw. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels!
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. Snags it inside the 20. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. They've got this defense reeling after that last play. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 15. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Catch in the middle. It's Kramer. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Powers through the defender. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Finds his tight end. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the plains. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Jordan-Hare.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you...
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Got it behind the line. It's Odom. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I don't know that there's a harder position in football to play than cornerback. You know, all the space in the game, the speed of the game, the big bodies out wide, but to be able to break on those short passes.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Quarterback making checks. on third down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his man. It's Robinson. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He's brought down, but what a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high-percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. Touchdown Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Rides the back on the option, the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. From the gun, running back on the move. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. After swapping ends in the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. To the air, it's Simmons. Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle, it's Craver. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Rebels are on the move.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for...
Turning it on! He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line.
man. A nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looking downfield on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Dropping back, it's Simmons. Makes the catch. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession. And now let's see what happens.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Rebels want to crank the tempo. Back to pass. Got his man on the right. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Tempo and overdrive.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Got his man. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back. And a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
So here comes the Auburn offense. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting first down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage. You're probably getting blitzed. It's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught in the backfield, it's Robinson. Inside the 30. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they